What's happening, everybody? We're back with another episode of Too Much Fantasy Football. Whether you're here on YouTube or over on the pod feed, thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all being here before the holiday season. We've got Black Friday and Thanksgiving slate upon us. Brennan, how you doing today?
If you could choose an actual meal on Thanksgiving, what would it be? Because I know it's not turkey.
Pizza.
Honestly, I would pick pizza over turkey. There's like so much shit I'd pick over turkey. It's crazy.
It's the most generic and I say bland. Everybody's going to come at me. Oh, you're not seasoning it right, not cooking it right. It's just, it doesn't garner excitement. It's the K-Dot of meals.
That's mean. That's why you taking shots at K-Dot and the hell you do to you?
He didn't score enough points for me ever when I had to play him. No, like Thanksgiving, it's fine. I do love everybody's off work, hanging out with family, watching football all day, but I don't know. It's just, I want a little more to it, a little bit more excitement, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess favorite, you have to pick a Thanksgiving side. What are you picking?
Dude, I love mashed potatoes. I'm like 5 when it comes to my food palette, but like, dude, mashed potatoes is just so dank.
Yeah, I'll probably go sweet potatoes then too, because it's load me up with some turkey and then it's taters on either side of it, and just.
I don't like gravy, so you can scold me for that.
Oh, I do like me some gravy. Done right. I'm a mama's boy when it comes to it. I say my mom makes the best gravy. I'm not always taking gravy when it's at a big family event, but if she's making it, my wife's making it, I'm all for it.
Mm.
But yeah, we got 4 games to talk about here, folks. We're going to go through all of these and then follow back up with us on Friday when we'll be dropping the rest of our start sit episodes. These are going to be heavy. We have some players you're going to have to pick. You have to play them before Sunday, and you're going to have to live with that decision for 3 or 4 days before you get to find out whether or not it was correct. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy started. Let's head to Detroit. 7-3-1. Packers taking on the 7-4 Lions. Neither team in the playoffs right now. 49-point over under. Detroit is a 2.5 point favorite. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Packers are in. Lions are the ones that are looking out.
Yeah, because of that tie, that wonderful tie of theirs.
Stupid tie. Quarterbacks, though, start off Jordan Love, Jared Goff. Your thoughts here in the Dome game?
I want to start Jared Goff before I start Jordan Love.
Same. I've got Goff at 12, Jordan Love at 14. They're both fringe QB1s for me.
I just think the lack of having, Tucker Kraft even, or just a premier, player for them on the outside is just it's just really lacking and hurting for Jordan Love. So they really rely heavily on the defense to kind of do their work and just, kind of make solid effort pushes, making solid drives just to finish with a touchdown here and there. That's how I feel like they want to win their games. The only player that I really, really love from Green Bay is Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I agree there. He should be back in this game. If he's not, Emmanuel Wilson looks like he plugs in just fine, so whoever's the starter, we're good with that. On the other side, Jahmyr Gibbs, after his near 50-point performance last week, we don't really have to say much on him.
Yeah, I think the only question we have, though, is David Montgomery in any way getting into your lineups at all, even with the no teams on bye? I think that's the biggest question.
And it being so early. You kind of have to make these decisions early if you're going to. So, would you be playing David Montgomery, or if you picked up Devin Neal off of waivers?
If there's no Alvin Kamara, I'm going to say Devin Neal, and it's not by a lot, though.
Tyrone Tracy or David Montgomery?
The Giants play
New England.
Ooh.
Tracy's looked a lot better over the last 2 weeks.
He has looked a lot better. I'll say Tracy.
We've got him back to back. DeAndre Swift, after his stinker, he plays on Friday.
I think Montgomery. They play the Eagles.
I think Swift gives me a little bit more excitement. I've got him one spot ahead, but I think we're kind of splitting hairs between these two. Mm-hmm. Woody Marks or David Montgomery?
Woody Marks. Yeah, Woody.
Cool. Going to the wide receivers, Amon-Ra is an easy play. I think Christian Watson is an easy enough play. I have him as a fringe wide receiver 3, wide receiver 2. So he is in that playability range, but you have to understand the volatility that comes with him. I think I'd rather play J-Mo than Christian Watson, but they're same breath, just different tier.
Yeah, I like Goff more than I like Love. I'm not saying that Watson can't do what J-Mo does. I'd just rather have the explosiveness of J-Mo than Watson.
Yeah, Lions offense hasn't looked the same this year, but it's
Hmm.
definitely it plays better than the Packers do. Tight
No
ends,
tight ends.
Luke Musgrave,
No,
Brock Wright. No, unfortunately.
no.
Jaden Reed is. I don't. We haven't seen anything definitive when he's coming back, but like, do you want to have him stashed on your IR?
I mean, who else would you have stashed right now at this moment? I feel like everyone else is kind of coming back to life here, so I think he's worth a stash.
I guess just in those viable, like some of those leagues where you can put out players in IR. Being able to have the
Yeah,
flexibility of moving that. But like I've got him in two leagues. The leagues that I don't have Christian Watson, I picked up Jaden Reed just to see, but it's definitely a crapshoot there.
I think Jaden Reed's worth stashing just because they're going to be making that push for the playoffs, so I think they're going to need him.
2.5 point favorites the Lions are. I'm taking the Lions
I like the Lions too at home.
because when they're double digit point favorites, you really can't say much about them. But when these games are close, you get more faith in the
They
Lions for
got it.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next game going to Dallas. These are the two traditional games we get every year. The Detroit Dallas game. This one it's going to be the 6-5 Chiefs. Meh. Playing the 5-1 Cowboys. 52.5 point over under. Kansas City's favored by 3.
I think you're starting both quarterbacks, man. I think you're comfortably starting both quarterbacks. I mean, Mahomes has been Mahomes this entire year. He's been a QB1. Dak is coming back, and he's right there too. I'm starting both of them pretty comfortably.
I have Dak at 8. I've got Patty at 1.
You have him at 1?
I've got him at 1 right now.
Oh, that's a call.
It is. It is. Stay tuned. Keep an eye on the ranks all week long. But right now, it's where I've got them. For the running backs, Javonte Williams, this is going to be a struggle, an uphill battle. Expect low end numbers, but if he gets in the end zone a couple times, you'll be happy. I guess you're really not going to pivot away from him, though.
No, I mean, there's no bias this week. I can't think of somebody else I'd pretty comfortably pivot to. Like, I don't know, like, just where you drafted him and what you have now, like RJ Harvey against the Commanders or Javonte Williams. Like, it's like a name I could think of that's like a possibility.
I've got Javonte ranked 6 spots ahead of RJ Harvey, but I've got Harvey inside my top 18. So,
Okay.
it's not a bad play. On the
Yeah.
other side, I mean, you're playing Javonte over both these guys, right? Pacheco and Hunt.
Yes.
Yeah, we got word that Pacheco is going to play. I still think you can play Hunt like as a flex or a double flex position, but it's gross. It's gross.
Yeah, Hunt's the goal line back, and they still have no problem pounding the rock into the end zone. So that's why I can say Hunt just because of the goal line touches.
This run defense has looked a lot better. Jerry Jones, we're not going to talk about him and what he did, but he did put together a pretty good defensive line here.
No, I mean, like, he's made good moves. Like getting Quinnen Williams, I feel like was a really good move. Instead of they pivoted from Micah to Quinnen Williams, which I mean, obviously Micah, you'd rather have Micah than Quinnen, but Quinnen's not a bad defensive player at all. And they got the linebacker from Cincy, who's been like the only bright spot of that defense. They
Kenny
made
Clark,
some like
too.
yeah, they made some like subtle changes that really helped them. I feel like because they just didn't want to pay Micah all that money, which now they got to pay George Pickens all that money.
Yeah, no kidding. Speaking of Pickens, Lamb and Pickens, easy starts, both of them wide receiver
Yeah.
ones for you this week.
Yes.
On the other side, Rashee Rice dealing with a hamstring injury. Expected to play Thursday, though, so he's expected to be in my top 5.
He's not leaving your lineup. He waited all his time. He's been great. He just came off a great game, but I will say this: I would not be shocked if the hammy pulls up again in the middle of this game, and then you're just screwed. But you are starting him though under the presumption that he's going to play all 4 quarters.
Do you know how many guys I have ranked above Rashee Rice this week?
2.
JSN.
Or just JSN.
JSN.
Wow.
Xavier Worthy, are you willing to look at that direction with the possibility of Rashee Rice being a little hampered?
Yes, just because of Dallas defense, a high over under. I would try to start Worthy if I could over certain players.
Worthy or Alec Pierce?
Worthy.
Worthy or Quentin Johnston?
Worthy.
Worthy or Metcalf?
DK.
Gross.
Aaron Rodgers is back, supposedly. We'll see.
Worthy or Watson?
Worthy or Watson?
Yeah.
Worthy.
Nice. And then tight ends playing Kelsey, Ferguson.
You're starting both, yeah.
Sure. Probably don't have a better pivot option. But if you do,
I mean, Kelsey's been like tight end 3 of the year, and Ferguson's been tight end What is he? Tight end 10, 11?
He's tight end 3 on the year. It just hasn't been as flashy the last couple of weeks. Hasn't been his dominant performance. Over his last 4, it's tight end 9, 7, 26, and 0.
Got you.
So, yeah, just since CeeDee Lamb's come back, the touchdowns have slowed down. Just 1 in his last 4 games.
Okay.
Uh, taking the Chiefs. Taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, it just seems like we said. I think this is like where the Chiefs go on this nice run and just pisses everybody off before the playoffs. And start
Right.
with us. Yeah,
And so, we'll talk about it.
because they have an easy schedule after this. I think they have the Broncos again. I think the Chargers again, but after that, it's kind of a cupcake schedule, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the remaining schedule, they play Dallas, then Houston, Chargers, Tennessee, Denver, Vegas. They've got 2 really good games in there, 2 decent ones.
Yeah, I think I slotted them at like 4-2 for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs if they finish out there. Alrighty, last game on Turkey Day. We've got another divisional one here. It's the Cincinnati Bengals, 3-8, taking on the 6-5 Ravens on a 5-game win streak. 52-point over/under. Baltimore's favored by 7. Joe Burrow looks like he will be getting the start this Thursday.
Yay! That's like I'm excited because obviously Joe Burrow is more fun to watch play football, but it's just like it's his first game back. The Ravens defense have kind of seemed to put it together a little bit now with everybody getting healthy. So, but Joe Burrow has historically carved up the Ravens defense, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm starting him. I think unless you have other options, I'm trying to think of like other options that you picked up during the year, like Sam Darnold or Joe Burrow. I was just trying to
back to back. I got Burrow and Darnold 9-10.
Okay.
Say you've been rocking Dart for the last several weeks and you picked up Joe Burrow. Are you putting Dart or Burrow out there?
I want to start Dart. I want to see Burrow play a game, full game with his line. Because the offensive line hasn't changed. The reason why he got hurt is the offensive line. So it's like, what has changed?
And Joe Flacco's banged up, so it's not like, he didn't even make it through his stint with them. So, yeah, I do have Joe Burrow. I've got him at 9 right now. It's hard to fade him much more than that. You still have to look at him as a low-end QB1, I think, through the eyes of rankings. Running backs here, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, both of these guys just getting all of the workload.
All the volume.
Both easy plays. Going down to wide receiver, Jamar Chase, the spitting machine, will be back this week. And good thing because T. Higgins out this week with concussion. Jamar Chase going in your lineup. Andre Yoshivas, this would be where the question, I think, starts with these Bengal receivers.
I guess you can start Yoshivas with Joe Burrow being back. I think I'd rather start Gesicki. And it sounds weird, but I think Gesicki's a little more appealing to me than Yoshivas.
Gross.
I know.
Gross. Yeah, Mike Gesicki this past week, 6 targets, 4 catches, 35 yards. But like going back last year, you don't even have to tell me which games T. Higgins was out because you can tell just by looking at his numbers. 8 for 68, 10 for 86, 5 for 53, 5 for 100, and 2 touchdowns, 7 for 73, 7 for 91. He fills in pretty well.
Yes.
They paid him a lot of money this offseason for whatever freaking reason.
Because load the offense up and forget about it.
Zay Flowers, you're starting him kind of a high-end wide receiver 3, low-end wide receiver 2, as far as
that's where I have him at. A flex play.
Mark Andrews, I've got him as a top 3 tight end this week.
I am firing up Mark Andrews and really hoping that the tight end trend against Cincinnati continues.
I might even want to put in likely just to get squirrely. Like it's Cincinnati.
Put in the third tight end. Who's the other guy they have? Who's
Kohler.
that?
Kohler's going to catch a touchdown.
He is. We should put a bet anytime touchdown of him just because we know it's a possibility.
Yeah, I'd probably have got no problem parlaying Mark Andrews and Kohler touchdown this week.
That'd be hilarious.
Because his over under for his yards is probably like 4.5, and it's about what he's going to have.
It's just the goal line touchdown.
Oh man, who wins this game?
I have Baltimore, but I have Cincy covering. I think everyone's just expecting Baltimore to blow them out. I think Cincy can cover.
The Ravens didn't cover against the Jets. Granted, it was 13.5 points. It's a lot, but no, I'm right there with you. I have no problem seeing the Bengals keeping this close. Last game, going to Black Friday. I love this new tradition. I'm all for it.
I do too. Gives me something to do because I don't care. everything's through an app now. No one goes outside and kills people like they used to when you and I grew up.
Right? Man, I went out with my mom a couple times at 5 a.m. on that Friday. It's an
I
experience.
worked Toys R Us when I was 18 for Black Friday, and that
Woohoo!
was like I've learned from then just not even worth going out. I can't do it.
Nope. Yeah, Black Friday game. This is noon o'clock for you.
I know.
Wild. It's
Little
nice.
lunchtime.
Starting your day off there with the 8-3 Bears playing the 8-3 Eagles in Philadelphia. 44.5 point over under. Philadelphia is opening up as a 7 point favorite. I think we got another quarterback combo where you're starting them both.
Yeah, I my only other options for Caleb is like Baker and Danny Dimes, so I have to start Caleb.
Yeah, that completely tracks if those are your three quarterbacks. Like the three
Hmm.
guys you were touting all off season. I love it. Caleb Williams or Jared Goff?
I'd say Jared Goff,
Brissett or Caleb Williams?
Brissett.
I've got those guys just ahead of them, but I do have them above Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, Dart. Dart right
Yeah.
now. As soon as I get more info on Dart, he'll probably go up. But like Daniels, Purdy, Tua.
Hmm.
Running backs, Saquon Barkley. You're putting him out there. I've got him as what, RB 15 this week.
It's about what he is.
Goodness. I think it was all single digit carries for him last year or last week. Like he didn't rush for more than like
Yeah,
four
he had a
yards or
ton
something
of
like that,
receptions though. I think it was like 6 or 7 receptions for like a high amount of yards.
which ruined Devonta Smith's day. On the other side, you've got what are we doing here with Monungai and Swift? Monungai's got a touchdown in what, 3 straight games now.
He
DeAndre,
out touched. I think he out touched him too, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
yeah, this past week he did out touch him. There's the cause for concern about that fumble, but 12 carries in the past 2 weeks. Whereas Swift this past week just had the 8 carries. He had 21 carries in the previous game, though.
I'm sure you have it in front of you, but how tall do you think Kyle Monungai is?
5'8".
He is 5'8".
Wow.
Yeah,
Do you know how tall DeAndre Swift is?
I think he's like 5'11" or 6 feet.
5'8".
No, he's not. Is he really?
Yeah, he's 5'8",
They're
204 is
both
what.
5'8". It's hilarious. Monunkai just seems taller and bigger for whatever reason, but
Wow. Like these guys
so
would
now
make.
we know that
Yeah.
Ben Johnson will draft a 5'8" running back.
Yeah, no kidding. Like these guys would make Kyler and Bryce Young look tall.
Yes.
Wild stuff. Wide receiver, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. They're studs. They may not always bring you stud numbers, but you have to play them.
AJ Brown's been good the past couple of weeks, so
Yeah, much better. Much better.
yeah.
Now, is this
Thank
just
God.
to appease the whiny little bitch attitude he's at, or is this because this is what you need to do?
Whoa. Whoa. That's what you
I
need to do. Honestly, though, the offensive coordinator for Eagles is awful. And the fact that like Nick Foles said something bad about you, honestly, you should probably count your days.
Yeah, Chip Kelly coming back to the Eagles, filling in as the OC, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Colson Loveland. How do you look at these three?
Starting Rome. I don't want to really start DJ Moore, but I can see the appeal towards it just because of last week's game. But I do kind of want to start Loveland just because they are starting to feature him more.
I've got him as a fringe tight end 1. He could finish anywhere from tight end 6 to 12, and I really wouldn't be too shocked by it. He gave us a tight end 2 finish last week, but it just wasn't a huge day. Tight
Yeah.
end's volatile like that. I'd rather own Luther Burden than DJ Moore, so then I don't have to decide if I'm playing DJ Moore
Mm.
because that just sounds so much easier.
Yeah.
Who wins the game?
I think Philly. Philly definitely needs a bounce back game after that Dallas game.
So do the Bears, though. It's good bounce back
The
for the
Bears just
Bears.
won.
Yeah, but it was ugly against Rudolph.
Yeah. I think Philly wins pretty comfortably, to be honest with you.
I'm going to take the Bears to cover. And that's the hopeful.
What's the spread again?
7 points.
I could take the Bears to cover. That's okay with that.
Yeah, 44 over under. It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Nice. That's it. Holiday slates taken care of. We got your Thursday and Friday games taken care of here, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Happy holidays going forward. And again, don't miss our episode Friday. We'll be covering all of the Sunday games and then our Saturday episode sneaking out there for all of you bettors, your props, your game picks, and of course, Brennan's going to help you with the Survivor because I don't do that.
Hey.
Shut up. Hey, I took the Browns and they won last week.
You did. That is true. It was a good call.
Scary as hell.
That was scary.
What else you got for the people?
I got nothing. Enjoy the food that you want to eat. I used to go to McDonald's for Thanksgiving meals, so I don't really care about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this guy's eating tacos on Thursday, and I'm sure he's going to be rubbing it in. So wish bad luck upon him. Folks, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for listening.
Deuces.
Later.